Hello, everybody. There we go. I was going to pin a link here. I don't know. I'll just put it up. But anyway, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to come in. I'm going to be making a army cross tonight, or an army wreath with a cross from Mrs. C's Crafts. Tonight I have a little bit of a different idea. Hey, Laura. And I put the YouTube link at the top in case you want that. And I'm just going to sit here a minute and remove my, I guess I should do this. Can't make anything if you don't get the space. There we go. Trying to see if it was going to come up on my iPad. There we go. Okay. Oops, I forgot to mute it. Can't make anything. There we go. Now we're doing better. Guess we'll just wait for a few minutes. So, Laura, what do you think? Think we just wait for a couple minutes? You know, I don't think I've ever used one of these big spiky wreath forms. This one, I think, do we get these from Sims? That's so. Of course, I don't know which question you're answering. So, if you come in, say hi so you know you're there. Sometimes it tells me, sometimes it doesn't. These are kind of short, huh? Maybe they're. Somehow very odd. So I've never worked with one of these before. Oh no. No, Laura, that's terrible. Is it back? Are you back on with us? Oh, I know something that might help. Yay, does that help? Helps you see my hair all goofy. Well, anyway. So I'm just going to wait for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and get started, because if we don't, then we'll be here all night. And if you watch the replay, you'll get bored before I start. So I'm not. We're going to use 4 type of mesh tonight. I've cut, let's get one of these bundles out here is what I've got. We have, I didn't think this was metallic, but it is. It's a moss green. It's kind of, you know, and I've cut these are 10 inches. My day was good, Carrie. How was yours? You slipped in on me. I was getting stuff out of my box. I've cut them at 15-inch lengths. And then I cut an emerald green. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. It's a metallic, and it's 10 inches cut. They're all cut in 15-inch, and they're all 10-inch wide. Don't go anywhere. If that falls off, the dog will take it away. Then I had some of this brown left that I'd made a graduation wreath out of, because the colors were brown and gold. So, and it's also metallic. And I've searched for the other one because I didn't cut as many of them. So it's in this bundle. What I used was a 10-inch fabric mesh, and it's jute and cream. That's good, Carrie. I'm glad you had a pretty good day. Laura should be back with us momentarily. She said her computer died, so. We'll give her a minute. I'm also going to use, I'm using this cross from Miss C's. Oh, here we go. This U.S. Army cross from Miss C's. It's about 14 by 9.5. It has a smaller cross on the top with the Army insignia. Hi, Mildred. How are you? And what I've done already is I've put 4 of our cable tie holders on the back. And in case they do want to use this outside, I could not find any DAP anywhere in town. I didn't have time to order it off of Amazon, so the next time I put an order in Amazon, I'll do that. But I bought, I don't know if you can see, it's called Gorilla Clear Grip. It's supposed to dry clear, and it says indoor outdoor. Permanent bond, holds in just seconds, and it's 100% waterproof. We don't know. That's okay, Laura. I wasn't sure if your computer was still down or if you were, what was going on. Anyway, this does dry real fast. This has been curing since this morning because that's just when I thought to put them on. Because if you use the E6000 glue, it almost has to stay overnight. And nobody ever texts me or anything until it's kind of like children when you're busy, like going into the bathroom or on the telephone or whatever, and then they automatically bother you. But anyway, so that's what I used behind our ties to keep them on. And we're going to use 4 different ribbons tonight. I have a green sheer one. These are cut at 14 inches. It's called True Green. I got it from Craft Outlet. Let me put them back in my little pile here so I know what I'm doing later. Then I bought a camo for Army. And then today, after hunting at Joann's and at Hobby Lobby, I finally found a sheer chocolate brown. I really didn't want sheer, but you go with what you can find when you can't wait to order. So anyway, this is a raised, and I'll put you down here. This is a raised 15-inch black wreath form. I believe we got them from Sims Pottery. It has 10 ties on the bottom and 8 ties on the top. And I'm not exactly just alternating my mesh. I'm just going to do it a little different tonight. Pardon my mess over there. Let me turn you back this way just a little bit. There you go. So this is my thought, and we're going to see if I can accomplish it. I have bought the camo ribbon, camouflage. The reason I say camo is because, one, I can't type the word camouflage. Okay? And so anyway, my thought is, instead of just alternating these and them being symmetrical, which is what I normally like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to mix them up and kind of maybe style the colors to look camo. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. I've been thinking about it all night, so. And we're just going to use our ruffle style. Like I said, 15-inch, 10 by 15s. But I'm just going to use the ruffle style in them. 2 per tie, but not necessarily 2 of the exact same colors in every tie. Or alternate. Maybe I need my phone out to do these ruffles, huh? Here, that's the tool to use. And you get your bow tie. This mesh is more than likely, I have mesh from it all over, but this green mesh is more than likely from the Joann's Christmas collection, because I bought a lot of it and I've been using it, so I'm kind of almost out of green. And then with the green on the first time, I'm going to put, I think we'll just go ahead and we'll do this light moss green. I know this came from Sims because I couldn't find this color anywhere else. I use this for leaves on my flowers, and I actually bought it for another purpose, but to tell you right now, I can't remember. But that's okay, because I don't have to. And the Sims mesh is a little bit stiffer than the Joann's mesh, and definitely a lot stiffer than the Hobby Lobby mesh. And I'm going to get out Laura's favorite tool, the snippers. It doesn't really fray a lot, but I just kind of see what fray we've got going. I do cut this. I have all pre-cut this. I do that because, well, I kind of read that I'm not supposed to use my cutting scenario on my lives or YouTube. So I just, rather than have a heart attack and worry about it, I'm just going to go ahead and not use them. I use the words. Hi, Jace. How are you? You sure had a lot of stuff on there a while ago. I'm jealous of your space. This is it. This is my living room. This is where I work. My garage is going to be simply for storage. I get half of it, and I've already filled it up, believe it or not. It's not organized. That's why I haven't showed anybody, because Mike just keeps going out there. He's trying to build things to make it more organized. However, well, I watched you putting your room together, Jace, your first one out there at your great-grandma's. And I said, Michael, I have this wonderful idea. This little guy showed me on Facebook his room. And he uses pegboard for his signs. And I said, I want pegboard for my signs. So then he built 2 big shelves and a ribbon rack and a Deco mesh, got Mecco Dash holder. And then we did use PVC pipe, not white pipe, but it was kind of flimsy. We're going to use that when we go to like craft fairs and the farmer's market, because what we're going to do is we're going to put it behind it to hold any that nobody want to carry around with them. And so he built me sturdier places to hang and store my, we cover them in plastic and store them. So then he decided in this other spot that he would build a frame, and now he's putting pegboard on it. We just have to go get some more pegboard. We found a piece of pegboard at Habitat, which was wonderful, for a whole $1. I was excited. It wasn't quite a full piece, and somebody really didn't know how to cut a straight line, but that don't matter. Crooked lines, straight lines, either one will hold signs because it's just on the bottom. So anyway, so you can't be on my name anymore, Laura? I love the colors too. Anyway, trying to decide if I know what I'm doing. I kind of had a plan in my head to how to make this look camouflage, but then you know how it goes. But camouflage, the thing is, at least it isn't a true down-to-earth pattern. It's kind of looks like somebody just paint swashes all over it. And there's so many different kinds of colors of the BDUs for the different branches, but Army's pretty much the, well, when my husband was, I guess olive greens, that's not what we call it. But he was actually Air Force, but olive green is more of the Army style. And the browns, the more subdued colors. But the Navy BDUs have your blues in them. And your Air Force are kind of like your Army. They're real similar. So the ones that I'll tell you what, the ones that are the worst ones to iron, this I know from experience. Bye, Jace. Thanks for dropping in, hon. But are the desert BDUs. Desert BDUs are horrible. They have so much material in them that there is no way you could iron those if you wanted to. So I used to just take them to the laundromat. I figured that way if he got in trouble because they weren't ironed right, it wasn't my fault. It was their base laundry. So then I didn't get in trouble, neither did he. I know ruffles are one of my woodland camo, but I don't know. I don't know if it was called woodland camo or not. I'm just kind of doing this by eye, guys, so don't judge me. I'm trying. But yeah, well, I haven't had to deal with that. Well, he's been retired since 93, 96, 93 actually. He got on temporary duty retirement in 93 and became fully retired disability in 96. So I'm trying to remember all those dates. After that long of a time, you just kind of go, when? What? It's kind of like we're trying to sell our trailer, our RV. And I know I've only had it like 3 years, but the guy's like, well, is the warranty transferable? Oh, I don't know. Why would I know that? I never asked. I didn't think I traded in this. But now that I have a job, aka wreath making, if we do go back out on the road for any period of time again, we have to have a larger than 22-foot trailer, because a 22-foot trailer would be okay for me and my supplies, but I don't know where Michael would sleep. Maybe in the truck. I don't know. I told him it's I either get a fifth wheel that's bigger, or you don't go with me. Oh, really? Woodland BDUs? I didn't know that. But see, we were Air Force, not Army. Although I've always been on bases where they've had, yeah, some people call them ACUs. I have to look that up because somebody said something about an ACU the other day. And I was like, what's an ACU? Because we always called them BDUs. We had BDUs and dress blues. I don't even know what the Army's actual dress uniform is. I know what the Marines is, and I've seen the Navy's. And that does sound kind of strange, but I guess what the first base was all Air Force. I don't think we had any Army or any other branches. That was down at Knob-Noster, Nebraska, or Missouri. Oh my goodness, talk about dropping the bucket for a town. It was so small. I want to come to your camp. I love to camp. Well, as long as I have a trailer. I don't like to camp in a tent. Tents are icky. Mike likes to camp. In fact, I can't believe it. So Mike is going to Alaska next month. I think around the 12th or 13th, and going to Alaska to Sedona to do the salmon run again. Goes about every 2 years. His dad likes to go. And they rented a place for like a couple of days, but most of the time they're going to stay in a tent. And you know what? My father-in-law's 81 years old. Now, I'm nowhere near that age yet, thank goodness. But I'm not camping in a tent. Oh, no, I'm not going. I don't go to Alaska with them. Are you kidding? First of all, I don't have a passport card or a passport, so I can't go. I can't cross the border because I never got one. Michael I don't even know if they do passport cards anymore, but he has a passport card where you can go to Mexico and Canada. But I don't fly, so I never saw the need to get a passport card because I don't care to go to Mexico. I've been there enough. And I would love to go to Alaska, but I'm not riding with people for that long because there's like nothing, because they go up, I think they enter, I don't remember if they enter in Montana or Michigan. But then it's like a day or two, I think. Yeah, because you have to go, well, the way they go, you do, because you have to pass through Canada. So to get, if you fly, you don't have to. But if you drive, and they drive, they're driving my father-in-law's Prius. That's where the story was going. And the thing is with my father-in-law's Prius, what they're going to do is they'll either sleep in the Prius or sleep in a tent for the days they don't have some room in it. I don't know. All I know is he got a call because I was supposed to be at the farmer's market all of July. And he got a call and his dad said, we're going to Alaska this date through this date. I'll be there to pick you up because they live in Boston. So I was like, oh, okay. I think I won't go to the farmer's market because I, one, can't drive my trucks too big. I can't drive a Ford 250 because I just, yeah, it would be too scary. I would hurt people. I really would. And then trying to remember because I didn't have a lot of the jute and cream out. But anyway, so I don't drive. So I'm hoping that somebody will lend me a car around here, take me places when Mike's gone. Because otherwise I'll just sit here for the 2 to 3 weeks he's gone. Going absolutely, I guess I could order off the internet though. Huh. And you can get food through Walmart.com. So I suppose I wouldn't starve or anything. I might be a little cabin crazy by the time you get back. I'll just stay here. I have to take care. Somebody's got to take care of Ryder while Melinda and Nick are working. So I guess that's going to be my new job. Michael usually does it. He's up. Well, actually, Melinda's off this week because she's getting ready to start her new job next week. So she took a week off in between so she could. Well, she's got to do like the health check and all the human resource stuff and all that. So, and the girl hasn't actually had a vacation in 2 years. So she's taking this week off, and I'm not sure. I don't think her class. I think she's going to take another class, and it doesn't start until next week because she's got her CPC, whatever that is, certified something coder, and then she's going to go back and she's going to get a COC, which is a certified outpatient coder. So bless her heart. I mean, that's nice, but she really does a lot. She has another job. She works also. She works at urgent care some days. And she goes to school, and now she's going to start working, but her hours could change so that she's home by 2:30 or something in the afternoon, she said, which would help. Because it kind of keeps us from traveling much because, unfortunately, she doesn't get home right now before Nick goes to work. So we have Ryder from like 3:30 to 6:30. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a pain or anything. It's just that it's kind of hard to find somebody, especially for those hours, to watch kids because 6:30 is kind of late. Oh, you know what? I heard the guy, well, we were talking to the guy at my favorite Chinese place here. And the little man, the little Asian Mike, he calls himself, because my husband's name is Mike. So he calls my husband White Mike, and he's his brother Asian Mike because they both love garlic. So, but Asian Mike's going on an Alaskan cruise. The other guy that works there or owns it or whatever, John, he is going to Hawaii. So they're going. One of them's going to cold and one of them's going to hot. I won't go to either one because you have to fly. I guess I could take a ship. My mother took the 3-day Alaskan cruise, I think it was. It was one of her first cruises. And the first night, because they hadn't gotten out very far, because I didn't understand the whole story when she told me. And this has been several years ago because she passed away in 2002. So this was probably around 1999 because she started taking cruises and traveling after my father passed in 98. And because he was sick for 14 years. He had cancer for 14 years, so they didn't travel real far. But Anyway, she went on one of those, I think it was a 3, maybe it was a 5-day cruise to Alaska. I don't remember. But anyways, the first night, some guy, old man, was trying to run to the buffet. This is the story. And knocked her into the bottom part of the steps and broke her shoulder. And if she had gone to the doctor, this is what she told me now. If she had gone into the doctor or had complained and they made her go to the doctor, then they would have figured out her shoulder was broke, because that's what we found out when she came home. And they would have put her on a helicopter because they weren't very far from shore, and they would have flown her back. Now that's what she said. I don't know. And what it was when she went on these cruises and trips, there was a whole bunch of whittlings. They had like a little group. They played the card game Hand and Foot, so they called themselves the Hand and Foot group. I didn't think that sounded very good, but they'd go to Branson, and they went to Ireland and England, and they went on these cruises. She took like a 2-week Panama, through the Panama Canal cruise, where you end up you start in, I don't know where you start, I guess Florida. And you go down and you come back up through Mexico. And she was actually getting ready when she passed away, because it was kind of sudden. We didn't realize, probably was a blood clot. She'd had knee surgery about 6 months prior. But she was headed to Mackinac Island. And I hear that's a really cool place to go. It's down in up in Mackinac, because they don't have anything. You have to, I think you take a boat to the island, and you can take a bicycle, but I don't think they have like gas, or you can't take a car. I don't believe you can have motorized bicycles. So I thought that was going to be pretty interesting, because my mother at the time was like, not that she couldn't do things. She was like 74, 75. Well, she was right before her 76th birthday when she passed away. So you got thrown off my page? Oh, off Creative Breeze? I see. But anyway, so, and before she had her knee replaced, she couldn't hardly walk. So I thought it was kind of funny. I guess she felt good enough with that knee. She thought she could walk all over. So kudos to her. She did fantastic. Actually came back from the knee replacement real good. And had even gone back. She worked at a funeral home. And she'd even gone back to work and such. So it was kind of a surprise to us all. But, and I've had it both ways. I've had it quick and I've had it slow. And I don't know which way it's better. I mean, it hurts both ways, but I kind of think quick is a little nicer, because then they don't suffer. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if this is going to be looking camouflage or not, but we're giving it a shot, dude. I didn't have a brown one. Brown is really, I don't know about the rest of you, but brown is kind of a hard color to find in the crafting world. I had to really search for the brown mesh, and then today trying to find the brown ribbon was, I'm serious. I went to Joann's, they had nothing. Nothing. Wow. I know I need a scooter, don't I? Those little scooters look cool, Laura. Although here in the big city, well, no, up there you're not in the big city. I was going to say in the big city, I just don't have enough back roads or anything. Although I have seen people, like if I was in downtown Omaha, it would work. But being I'm kind of out here in the country, the roads I'd have to be on, these people are kind of nasty. They don't like to really watch what they're doing or who they're going to hit. So, and there's right here where I live about a mile from the base here, and I'm on what used to be the only populated road, about a mile, 2 miles away. And now they've built back in, because it was all farm behind us when we moved in here. And now it's all built up with fancy houses and stuff. And the more they keep building up around here, the more these people get nasty with their driving. I tell you. They just changed the freeway system, so that's all kind of tore up down going south. But it made it better because we have this bridge. Hey, Sherry. And every time you go across the bridge, you have to pay $1. And I mean, and this is when the first time we were stationed here was in 1984. So we've been paying for this bridge and everybody else that goes across this bridge forever. It should be paid for. I remember the Paseo Bridge in Kansas City used to go through and they had baskets, and it got to the point where they didn't have the little people there in the toll. You just threw a dime in the basket, the arm would open. But we're talking $1 every time you go across the darn bridge. And the funny thing was, is my son works across the bridge, so he pays $1 twice a day. But they put a new freeway in down by Glenwood, which makes me happy because my best friend lives in Glenwood. I call her my sister. And now I don't have to pay. The brand new bridge they just built, you don't have to pay for. Go figure, right? But the other bridge, and the one down by Plattsmouth, is even worse than the one up here by Bellevue, and you pay $1.25 for that one. And I swear the man is as old as the bridge that takes the money. Sometimes I wonder if he's even going to move when you drive up. He just kind of sits there and looks at you. It's kind of creepy. But the new one, and it hooks right into I-29, which takes me right down to Kansas City, which makes me get to Old Time Pottery. Which that was the funnest time I've had in a long time. I really had, I don't know, I probably talked about it on the last live. I had, it must be 4,000 square feet at least of space. And I didn't start with the flowers because I thought, okay, I'll do flowers last. And so we walked all over the other half, which was kind of silly of me because, you know, and I'll explain that one to you in a minute. My walking gets a little out there sometimes. I can't do very much. So I got all the way over to the other side, the far side of the building, the other end from the flowers. And I heard somebody say work forms. And they go, you have work forms? I haven't seen any work forms because I found like a bin of on sale ribbon and a few little pieces of deco. And I was like totally disappointed. I thought, boy, people sure talk about this place a lot for it to just have this. And then all of a sudden, yep, guess what? She said, yeah, we have work forms. They're in the floral section. Uh-oh. So off I went, but I couldn't move. I could hardly move, and my back had kind of set up. So I'm like, Mike, I saw wheelchairs by the front. Please, please, so I can go see the flowers. Please, please. So, and Sean was with us, and he was throwing a fit. He is going to be 32, but a child is always a child, I suppose. But we only stayed in actually overnight because he wanted to go to Fogo de Chao, and I wanted to go to Old Time Pottery, and we couldn't do both. So he thought he was going to get his way, and I told him if he did that, we had to stay overnight. And then I got to do my shopping. So, anyway, so at first I was really disappointed, but boy, oh boy, I spent a whole lot more money than I should have. But I got some fantastic signs. They had ombre mesh, oh my gosh, in the prettiest colors. Really? How white is it, Laura? In the paint mesh. Maybe it's because of the width. Is it thicker? Lighter? Or is it like that 4-inch like you had? Okay, guys, this is kind of... I'm thinking we need this brown one here, even though if I use one. I don't know. But anyway, I'll tell you what, if you ever get to an old-time pottery, of course, I don't have Sims, and I don't have Carolina pottery, and I don't have AC1. So you have to realize the biggest craft store I've been to is Joann's and Hobby Lobby. I never go to Michael's because besides flowers, they never have any mesh. And I've never looked at the ribbon because I just kind of get fed up because they never had anything I wanted. And they're down in the mall, and it's hard to find parking because it's an outdoor mall. So I just don't go there much unless they're having a specific sale on something I specifically want. Most of the time I go to Joann's because it's closest to me, and it's next to Buffalo Wild Wings. I say that because my son wants to go eat there a lot, so we go to Buffalo Wild Wings. We also watch our sports games there, like the Bruins, and, well, we don't watch baseball much anymore. They do play the KC Royals when they're on because, of course, you know, Omaha has the farm team to the Royals. They're not called the Royals, Omaha Royals anymore. Now they're called the Storm Chasers. But that has something to do with TD Ameritrade and their new facility. Because I don't know if you guys know, but Omaha, and we still, oh look, I didn't put one on this one. Uh-oh. That was kind of rough. Let me see it. Anyway, Omaha every year, and it's coming time. So maybe it's a good thing Mike's gone because I really don't want to go down in Omaha if I don't have to. We have the College World Series every year. And we used to have a stadium, and that's where the Omaha Royals played, right next to the Henry Durley Zoo, which is one of the, oh, they do have great sales. I love Joann's. I only buy on sale. I don't buy unless I absolutely have to have it for a custom order. I just buy their clearance and their after seasons. And yeah, that's why I have so much after season stuff. But anyway, Henry Durley Zoo is one of the number one, I don't know if they still consider it number one, zoos in the United States. It's a very nice zoo. But anyway, the stadium next to it, because we have a little joke about that too, was called Rosenblatt, and that's where they played baseball. Well, TD Ameritrade came in, and they built a brand new one, a brand new baseball concert thing, because it has an auditorium. They got rid of the little civic auditorium, and then they got rid of Rosenblatt. And now I think they've torn it down. But what I used to laugh when they first were getting rid of it, because I said, you know what they should do with Rosenblatt? They should make that the Shamu exhibit at the zoo, you know, for like a whale or something, because it's so huge, and all the seating was already there. Actually, I think you could buy the seats. Now, I have a Dollar Tree. The one I have next to me is actually, I gotta get out my, I have these in two different boxes, by the way. So these ones are the lighter ones, because I didn't have so much light. These ones are the ones with the brown. And we may not use all this. That's why I didn't say how much you need, because I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to put them on there, because I wanted to wait to see what they look like. Oh, yeah, the good Dollar Tree is over. I am as close to going to downtown Omaha as I am to going to downtown Council Bluffs, Iowa. I don't know what a Pat Catan is. Where are you at, Sherry? I can't remember. Yeah, Pat Catan's. I've never. It sounds familiar, but I've really never heard of it. If that makes any sense. But yeah, if I'd gone down to, well, of course, I probably wouldn't have started this then. But we go down sometimes to Panama. I can't find my. Can't find my phone. I lost it. Probably covered it up. Yeah, I did. Oh. But if we were down in Panama City Beach, Florida, I would be just like way too close to not go up into, well, actually, I think they have AC more in Florida somewhere. But I'd be real close to Georgia and real close to the Carolinas. And I would be doing me some massive shopping trips. Just telling you now. So we told Michael if we go back, better get what do you call it, second mortgage on the house, because I'm buying. Because I love the stuff I see, and I don't have access. And now it sounds like, listening to Jace and his little trip over the weekend, sounds like Louisiana down in there is pretty good too, and I could just hit that on the way home. Where's that at, Laura? What is it? I've never heard of Ed London's Warehouse. I know. I'm telling you what, we all need to move to North Carolina or South Carolina down in there because they have the best craft stuff. And I don't go out to Boston often. Let's see, I hadn't been for 12 years, and I went out in 2012, maybe, for my brother-in-law's wedding, and I have not been back since. I told Michael they might have some stores up there, so we might have to go. He was like totally freaked out that I would say that. But because I don't go out there very often. The last time I went, I got to see some good stuff, and it was right after I had. And you know what? He lives somewhere in Louisiana. I don't know where he lives, Sherry. I just know it's somewhere in Louisiana because he belongs to what they call the LCC, and which is the Louisiana Crafters Connection, and it has like Regina Sellers and Terry Marshall and Jace and some lady named Deb, and I don't know them all, but I know that I don't know Sandra Gregory because General Wholesale is actually in Vivian, Louisiana. I believe that's what the deal is with that. So, and then they're all getting ready, of course, too. It's time for this new wreath making. Is it called a wreath makers convention? I didn't realize that this was maybe the first year because when I started, they were all talking about it, and I kind of looked into it, but I thought, I'm kind of new. But I couldn't have got a ticket if I wanted to. They were already sold out. I believe that's in 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks, Lord? No? No, it's in June. The only thing I'm preparing up for is hopefully I got to talk to the lady again. But on the 23rd of June, we will hopefully have a space at the Bellevue's Farmers Market. And that will be the first show that Michael and I have ever done. And of course, we both think we know what we're thinking to do, but oh yeah, we probably don't. We got to get our canopy fixed. We got to get some what do you call it stuff, goes around the bottom of my trellis, because that's what we're going to put on the sides of our canopy so that we can display wreaths. Because he's like, well, we could just take the wreath rack, because it's just like a clothes rack. And he said, no, because we want them to be able to see them. And I really don't want them being moved around a lot, because then that's when you get your fray. I said, I'd rather just have them out. So I'm using, hopefully, trellis. I have some out the back, and then I'll probably go get a few more pieces. It's not that expensive. Some people get the metal and so forth. Oh, well, I'll forget. So happy birthday early, Sherry. Mine was in January, so. Mike's is in July, though, so that's cool. He's actually going to be home this time. Usually when they take him to Alaska, they're gone over his birthday, which is also our anniversary, so. His birthday's July 30th, just like his all-time idol, uh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He loves Arnold. His birthday, when he found out his birthday was July 30th, he just thought that was cooler than sliced bread. Okay? Most of us well, I don't have any actual family, but except for my kids and stuff. But, well, my aunt, and she's in January too, but like my mother-in-law and sister-in-law and I are all in the first week. Hi, Ann. How are you this evening? So anyway, and guys, by the way, and I put this up at the very beginning and probably nobody saw it because I didn't pin it, which I don't know if you can, Laura, but you can look and see if you can pin, because I can pin comments online. That would save you links and stuff. But anyway, okay, old timer moment. What were we talking about, Laura? Oh, I remember. Anyway, at the top of the live, the very first comment or so, you will see, because I just started it, so I don't have a real easy YouTube link. And anyway, so up there at the top, at the very beginning of a conversation, is my YouTube link. I think my daughter's home. I have like, either that or my dog's chewing something up. Lambo, what are you doing? I don't know what you're chewing, but it sounded like something you shouldn't be. Sorry, guys. But anyway, my YouTube link is there, and I've loaded about, I can't remember how many, maybe 12 videos. I was trying to start from the beginning and upload them, but I've decided now that I will stick with the more current ones. I was trying to get those on, and we'll just continue, and then when I have time, I'll throw some of the, if I have any left. I don't know if I have any more. I started doing lives in like January, February time frame. And I'm not sure how many I have. Where is what, Laura? You can also go on my page and scroll down it, and you can find the YouTube link also. I try to put it in there every so often, because like, until you get so many subscribers, you have this like out in the left field YouTube link, so it makes people a little bit harder. You can't get a customized one, so I can't just send you over to my business name and say, look at my YouTube, because that's not what it is. But that's okay, because we'll get to the 100 at some point, and then we'll have a personalized or whatever it is URL, and it will be under either Creative Breeze and Flowers, but it depends on how many letters you can have. Like with Etsy, that's too many letters, so that one is Creative Breeze by CR, because the other one wouldn't. So, boy, this is getting really full. And it is a stand-up wreath, so I didn't realize how thick it was going to get. But that's okay. I like it. So difficult. I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, it's taking me forever to get this mesh on, huh? It's not like I haven't been working, because I've been talking. So I've been working and talking. Sorry. Wasn't quite sure what that was. You did? What's up with that? Are you on your laptop? Laura, are you on your laptop, hon? I can do it. It's not a big deal. I just didn't do it because I didn't know if I'm wondering if you have your settings set and that's why you can't pin on your lives. Other people can pin on your lives. Ah. See, I won't let my husband play on my laptop. I can play on his, but he can't play on mine because he's not really a computer person. So I don't trust what he's going to look at. I'll get a virus, so yeah. I don't allow him to use it unless I absolutely have to. I tried to give him an iPad. He wouldn't take that, so I've got 2 extra iPads. So I'll fix one up. I'm going to give one to the baby. Well, I'm not going to give it to him. I'm going to use it for like when we're out so we can watch Elmo. I didn't pin on yours. It wasn't me. It was that other lady. And I couldn't unpin it. I tried to unpin it. I can't pin on yours, so maybe it's in a setting. I don't know. So Laura is nice enough from Laura's wreath room. Laura Jean's wreath room. It's hard to say. She is moderating my live tonight. And when she goes live, I try to be there to moderate her lives for her. So it's kind of a thing we do for each other. I know, that's what you told me. You should be able to set that back to factory settings somehow. Ah, yeah, I've done that before. I'll go up to close a. How did she do that? I have no idea. I really, really don't. I would have deleted it or hid it a lot sooner if I could figure that out. But I didn't want to mess your live up either. But yeah, so we moderate each other's lives. Try to help each other out. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're doing a good job tonight. Except for kicking yourself off. I know, it's your computer. It's your computer. What are you? Get out of that and quit. I'm sorry. Lamba's in a chewing mood. I've got a foot massager. Oh, I was going to tell that story. I have a foot massager under my table here because I have a bad toe. Once they fixed all the other good problems I had, I figured out my feet started having more feeling again once the blood flow got there, and found out that my feet hurt. I have a spot on my bunion that hurts. It's not a bunion. And so the vein doctor, the thoracics doctor, who had to do my emergency surgery that day, told me to go see a foot doctor. I went and saw the foot doctor, and he told me it wasn't his problem to go back to the vein. Well, he said, go see a vein doctor, which it's like, well, she sent me to you. Lamba, no. Sorry. And it's not my foot massager. It's, thank you, Laura. It's Melinda's. But anyway, so today I went back to the vein doctor because they had to check my incision and all, because she's the one that had to go in and take out the blood clot when they closed my vein off and make me have my leg, thank goodness, because they had completely closed off, or the actual graft, I guess, from before had whatever in it, and it had completely folded in half, so I had absolutely no circulation in my right leg at all after surgery. So they went in and it caused a blood clot. So they went in and removed the blood clot and then opened that back up. So I was very thankful because, one, that's pain I've never felt before in my life. And two, I want to keep my lady if at all possible. But, so she ran a Doppler on me, which I've had these done for years, because I thought I had a FemPop, a femoral artery. Are you serious, Lori? Well, it's not funny, but it is kind of funny. There wasn't fire, right, Lori? But anyway, okay, good. As long as there wasn't a real fire and your fire alarms were just acting up, that's cool. So anyway, back to my thing. They did a Doppler today, and apparently at some point, they're going to have to do a femoral artery bypass or replacement or whatever. I had a ordeal. I don't know. I had it done in my stomach. So now, I can imagine. It drives me crazy just to hear him on the TV. I can't stand commercials like the new Heinz ketchup commercial where they hold the one note for like ever. So, Lamba, I swear, anybody want a dog tonight? I'm not sure what she's gotten into. Oh, I'm glad you got it fixed and that you were able to join us, Lori. Are you packed, Lori? If you're under my name, you should be able to. Are you not packed yet? Gee. Are the boys packed? And I always forget your husband's name. Is he packed? Wow. Did it go off? It didn't go off for 2 hours, did it? Lord have mercy if it did. Okay. It's a nice picture. There was a nice picture of, okay, well, that's still too long. Nice picture of you and the hubby and Carson. Look, I called him the right name. A lot of times I call him Colton. I don't know why. Oh, I would have been out of the house in the car going about 10 million miles away because, yeah, those long monotones and stuff or the beepings just, in fact, actually, I don't notice it anymore and I'm amazed. Our garage battery beeps. Oh, well, thank you, sweetie. Hi, Dane. How do you see these people? I didn't see them. Anyway, I think this is going to be our last, finally. It's because it is, and I only have one piece of this left, and I don't want to throw it away. I'll put it on there, and we'll see what it looks like. What I'm trying to do for the new people that came in is I'm not putting this in any sort of pattern. What I'm doing is I've got 4 different color mesh, which are an emerald green, a moss green, a brown. Those are all Deco metallic. And then I have this one fabric, jute and cream. And I'm trying to hope that it recreates kind of the look of Camouflage. Because this is going to be an army, I'm going to put an army cross on it. I have 4 different ribbons and one of them is Camouflage. So it's kind of, I've been trying to think about this for the last couple of days. How can I make this look Camouflage? So I just picked the colors and we went for it. So I don't know if it does or not, but it's right. Figure if it doesn't look right, then well. All right. So now I do have, I believe, I'm going to move this over and up a little bit. This is what it looks like. It's kind of just, I don't know if it looks camouflagey, but maybe it'll pass. Let's see. I'm gonna put it back down there. I've got 4 different ribbons I'm gonna put on it, but I gotta move this all out of the way. And I got these kind of set together, but then I didn't get them all. When I could not find brown anywhere in town. I had some black with stars on it and decided against using it. So that was when I went to Joann's. When I went to Hobby Lobby, they did have brown, and it was sheer because I have green sheer from the Joann Christmas collection. So I thought, well, that will work. So I'm going to use, this is called True Green, and I got that from Craft Outlet, and this is a sheer green that it's Maker's Mark or whatever they call it from Joann's, their Christmas collection. I notice now they call it Fresh Pick. And I'm going to alternate these 4 ribbons. They're 14 inches long, which is probably a good thing because I really didn't know it was going to be this poofy. Because okay, neat. I cannot find but one part of it. Okay. Sad. That's Lambda chewing on. I got her a toy that you put a water bottle in it. I know. I don't care. People can always pick up the replays. And like I said, they will eventually get on YouTube. Lambda, please don't play with that toy, okay? That's very irritating. It's pretty bad when you talk to your dog like she's your kid. Lambda, stop. Why in the world do you choose this moment? I'll send you upstairs. So we're going to put the green and the green sheer together. I'm going to start on the bottom ties. I think I have enough for every top. What did you think was just you? Hi, Carrie. Hi. Ah. I don't know, maybe Facebook's having a weird night tonight. I'm putting brown sheer with a camo, and I got the camo and the green, both from Craft Outlet. The brown sheer came from Hobby Lobby, and the green sheer came from Joann's. So I should remember that I should tie those down 3 times. I have never worked with one of these raised wreath forms before, like this with the big fat ties on it. So this is a new experience for me in the work forms, which you wouldn't think would make that big a difference. Lambda, people are going to think their computers are making funny noises. Stop. Or I'm making funny noises when I too. I can't believe this is Monday. It seems like it should already be over again all week. I don't know why. Probably because the weekend didn't really feel like the weekend. Well, Lori was talking a while ago. We saw her. And I just saw Carrie. I don't know where she went. I'm actually a lot of times I don't untie, but with these big ties, I think I should. Sometimes this sheer ribbon drives me nuts because I don't like it when it's like crinkly. Is that a word? Crinkly? I guess it is. Crinkly. Oh, what was it, Mike? When we were talking about the uh, pegboard, he was funny because I said, "Did you just make that work up?" He said, "Yeah, those people didn't know how to cut straight. They cut the Waverly or Waverly, not with an R. Waverly. I go, Waverly's not a word. What do you mean? It's not straight." I go, "You mean wavy, not Waverly?" That's all right. He calls wreaths like wreaths, REEFS, and it drives me nuts. I'm like, it's a wreath. Then he said something the other day, and he goes, "Why do you make fun of my talking?" I go, "I don't make fun of your talking. You just talk funny." The one thing I can say is, thank goodness I did get that Boston accent out of him after several years. Oh, you made a bubble, Carrie? Or Sherry? I can't believe this is taking me so long. I'm so sorry. She is very good, yes. I actually used that method. Like I said, I made when I was on her thing last night. Yep, I used that bubble method, and it made a perfect Elmo for my grandson. So it really did. I'm getting all confused between Carrie and Sherry. Maybe that's why I think I'm not seeing any comments because their names are so alike. You have a bubble wreath in your closet? Oh, Laura. I don't even have a closet that I throw those kind in because I don't have an extra closet. And now my son just took on another roommate, so now I don't even have his extra room. However, I do still get to claim. Okay. I do still get to claim the patio out there over this place, so that's cool. Oh, Lamba. I'm never putting another water bottle in that thing ever. It's driving me insane. Confused. Hi, Arlene. How are you doing tonight, hon? I'm still going. I can't believe it. This one is huge. Yes. Try to focus. Got it in the way. So anyway, yeah, this is gonna be, boy. Well, yeah, I used to have all of my stuff over here. I'm doing well. Doing well. Well, good. I'm glad you are. It's good to see you. Yeah, I was telling them that I guess I never really finished my story. So I found out when I was at the doctor today. I was checking my incision and gave me a Doppler on my legs that I actually had an art. I didn't have a fem pop, which is what they told me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've noticed they've had some, Carrie. Make sure I say the right name. But anyway, what they did was I don't know, arterial. Anyway, it was up in here. So they're keeping an eye on my legs. I have to go back in another month. I think they just want money. But they're keeping a track because I guess I've got some blockage. But it's not enough to. Yeah, we are. It's not enough to really. I guess we can be concerned about it, but we don't have to have surgery tomorrow. But it sounds like they're going to do what they actually call a fem pop on my, at least left leg. I don't know. And this all started because after they fixed my aorta valve, my feet hurt because they were getting blood. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put ribbons on the top too. I don't know yet. The navy one, I just did the ribbons on the bottom because the cross is, I don't want to take away from the cross. Hi, Catherine. How are you? I'm getting there on this one. I'm telling you, this one's taking me forever. And it's huge. I didn't realize how much different this work form was going to be from the ones I don't normally get this kind. Mine are normally they call them pencils, and they're not as tall. And I used 4 different meshes, so yeah, we're talking. It's Laura's favorite, huge, right, Laura? I was just saying that. Thank you. I was just saying that I'm not sure. You know what? We're going to mix this up a little bit. Why wouldn't this come out right? Oh, it does. Never mind. I was wrong. Catherine actually is the lady that I got the cross from. She makes wonderful crosses, and she's branching out to other things. Signs. I saw some signs. I always get excited when she shows us something. So I'm like, what's that going to be? But yeah, she's the lady that I got the Navy Cross from. I have this one that I'm putting on here. I actually got a Mother's Day one and then got behind and didn't get the Mother's Day wreath made. I bet it was, Laura, because that's all you make for a huge wreath. But I've got it saved for next season. Of course, I'll make it way out before next season. And I think it had something to do with the surgery and everything, and they're just kind of got me all bumbled out or something. I don't know. Hi, Berto. You know what? I was just in Kansas City, Missouri. You have the best place, Carolina Pottery. Or, I'm sorry, Old Time Pottery. It was really cool. Actually, I'm by Kansas City myself. I came from Excelsior Springs in Missouri. Are you? Did you ever show what you did with the pink cubes and the white cubes, Catherine? Because I certainly don't remember. If you did or not. Oh my God, are you going to go, Lori? Are you going to go? Because let me tell you what, it was like Disneyland for me. It was huge, I swear. It was 4,000 square feet or more. My aunt loves old time pottery. I'm telling you. I was like, do you know what an old time pottery is? Because I didn't have any clue until I started making wreaths. I'm going to see how big this. Okay. So, Lori, did you get a loan so that when you go on vacation, you can go to Carolina Pottery? You know what? I think, once again, because I do not want the ribbon to take away from, here's the cross, and I don't want the ribbon to take away from it. I don't know, what do you guys think? If I just do ribbon on the bottom. Can you see? I forgot I had my camera still. I think I'm going to not put the ribbon on the top. I think that would just be too much and would take away. Thank you, Laura Jean Bovalino. So earlier, like I said, I put on the zip tie holders. I could not find, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Arlene. I'm afraid it will. I'm afraid if I get too much ribbon up there. See, I haven't put it on the top. I just put it down here on the bottom. Next bit. So much like Deco mesh. Huge. Let's see if this will work. Anyway, I put these zip tie mounts on here. I could not find the DAP glue except on, I know you do, Laura. I could not find the DAP glue except on Amazon. Apparently people in Omaha use other DAP products, but not DAP glue. Thanks, Berto. I face what outwards? What are you talking about, Laura? You got me confused. Anyway, I ended up with some kind of different Gorilla Glue that's got a, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it. It's got a different grip. It says indoor, outdoor, water protect, or water, whatever. Comes in a thing like E6000. This glue. Have you ever used this, Lori? You have too much ribbon. Call me crazy. Do you see this? Have you ever used that kind of? Because I couldn't find DAP, and I don't want this if somebody would hang it outside, which maybe they wouldn't. But I don't think it'll fit behind the screen door now. Usually they're about 8 inches, but I'm going to guess 10 to 12 on this one. Oh. You mean pull them all down? Okay, so you do use the Gorilla Glue, because I wasn't sure. The lady at Menards, because she said, well, we have DAP products, but we don't have DAP glue. And I said, well, why not? So she took me over and showed me this. And I told Mike, well, we'll give it a shot. And if things still fly off my door when people, well, not this, because I won't put this on my door. Hi, Kristen. Then we'll go from there. They're very rough on my wreaths on my front door. They don't know how to shut a door properly, so. And I will be putting an actual hanger on here. I have a piece of green wire I'm going to use because I got it on sale. I sound like Gallagher. Thank you. Catherine, if you're still here, you hear that? Arlene Catherine's the one that makes them for me. And I was like, oh, I lost it. What are you going to stop about? You're going to have to show me because you're confusing me. I tell you, these are great. I have, right now I got one for each branch of service. I made the Marine one, and then I made the Navy one, and this is the Army one. Thank you. And then I will be doing an Air Force one. That was the one I was going to do first, but I had to wait. Out of all things, I had no silver mesh. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks. But I wanted these 4 ready, especially if I still have them, so I could take them to the market. Because I think, being that I live right outside of base, I think people will like them. This is so hard for me. I got them from Miss C's Crafts. Catherine's on here. She's got an Etsy too. But if you go to her Facebook page, it's MS and then space C''S space CRAFT. Yes. And then so I'll have a 5th one to make. Hey, Catherine, can you throw your link up there so that they know where I got the cross from? Yeah, something like that. There you go. She does, she has, I mean, wonderful crosses. Are you going to be doing a flash sale anytime soon? What base do I live next to? Off it. Usually I have Michael down here helping me with this. Because I'm not very talented at, of course, then we argue and fuss. Because, of course, he wants to put it on. And... Catherine, do you have your Etsy? Do you have your Etsy handy? We'll do that. Oopsie. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this guy so I can, I don't want to smush it too much. Yes. A raised work wreath. I don't know how that's different, but I've got all my, I thought I didn't have any signs. Oh my god. I have a lot of them. Got to go out and buy more pegboard. Well, how did it? Oh, okay. Well, I was confused there for a minute. I thought that one went up to the top. I'm like, well, how did I do that if nothing like having a moment? Sorry, guys. I have to concentrate a lot when I do this. Did you hear me, Catherine? I don't know if you did or not. Are you going to be having any of your flash sales anytime soon? She's got wonderful, she's got all kinds. She's got police, she's got fire, she's got a cowgirl. Is that Rustic Farm? Ah, okay. Is that Rustic Farm, Catherine? Catherine? Me? Silly me. I can't remember what that one you made. You've got one with the, what do you call the one with the horses on and the cowboy on it? Isn't there one like that? Sorry, I paid more attention and looked to see if you answered. Aria? Well, you saw that cross on my navy wreath. That's where I got it, Laura, right there from Catherine. And I'm going another direction. Crane cowboy. Okay, I knew it was. I couldn't remember exactly what it was because I think Tennille made a cross with that or a wreath with that. It was really nice. I'm telling you, she does wonderful things, Laura. And if this cross isn't on here the way I want it, I will change it. Because like I said, it's hard for me to do this by myself. I usually have my helper. I'm sorry, who's upstairs watching hockey. By himself, actually. Because he's going to come down and help me with my, here it is, putting the hook on, I'm going to use, I found this green wire. I know a lot of people use the antique and so forth, but I found this green wire on sale, so that's what people are getting. Although this one might hang by itself without much problem. But, gang, I think, unless I decide, and Laura, I know she's going to try to talk me into it, but I believe that we might be done. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oops. You think I should move my camera so you can see it, right? Then move back so I'm out of the way. And they are very well constructed. I'll tell you the truth. Most of them that I have bought, except just recently, I have hanging on my walls. I refuse to put them. I know you want ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. I'm not, Laura, I used to not use any ribbon. Ribbon was my enemy. No matter what I did, it wouldn't come out on a wreath at all. But I might go back and put, I don't know, maybe I'll put some ribbons like right here. What do you think? Thank you, Arlene. Thanks, Carrie. Thanks, Catherine. Thanks, Sherry. It is, I'm telling you, these are very well constructed. I love them. I love them. This is the third wreath I've actually made. And like I said, I have them all over. Well, I don't have a very large space, but I have them everywhere in the house. My first one I got is hanging right across from me. I've got 3 or 4 in the bedroom because I just love them. Totally love them. I know, but I'm thinking maybe I'll just put some ribbon, like, not up here. Maybe I'll go back and add some ribbons, like, in a couple spots right there. Who, me and Laura? I can't help it. Here's the camouflage music. You think those spots would be good? Like these spots? Well, right around in here. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm not sure. See, I got my snips. See, Laura? I'll turn you back towards me. You don't have to sit there and just look at it. Ooh. I don't know what that was doing. Huh. Well, actually, that wasn't too bad. It was only an hour and a half. I thought it was going to take a whole lot more. You want the ribbon? You think I should put ribbon there on it, Arlene? I'm going to move my tablet down here because my tablet seems to be ahead of my computer. Now I have a new name. Renado. I know you just forgot the space. And I don't know why. It seems like, I know, I'm looking, I usually strategically put my iPad over there so I can see the comments. But for some reason I turned around to sit down and I moved it over here. All right, I'll probably go back. I mean, I guess I could do that now. I don't know, you people. I tell you, sometimes the demand of the... Hi, Carol. Thank you very much. Thank you. The cross came from Miss C's Crafts. She's on Facebook also. She was in here. We were talking about it. These people in here, my group, my gang, think that I need to put ribbons up here. So I do have enough cut. So I mean, I cut enough for the whole wreath. I just hate to use it when you can't, like the ties that are under the cross. I really don't want it coming out and hiding my cross. So I like the I know. You mean pull them all this way? You know what? You're right. And I do that on a lot of my wreaths. I don't know. I'm crazy. Don't make a comment. I already hear you. You know, my thing is I just was not. In fact, if Lori remembers, I'm the poor little one that would come on there when you'd put on the ribbons and go, I don't do ribbon, it rebels. I hate ribbon. Because it really did. And I still am shy of doing bows. And I even have the pro bow. I won't make, you know why I never made a cherry bow, Laura? Because it said 6 different ribbons and I freaked out. So I just never even looked to see how to do a cherry bow. Oh no, you can't. So you have to watch me because I'm gorgeous. How's that? Because I'm just, I left it up here on the easel. Oh, which is crunchy. I know Laura would have put like 4 rolls of ribbon on it, not just pieces. She does good with ribbon though. She does good, and she makes terry bows. It's kind of, oops, I guess that's one. Yeah, she does make wonderful terry bows, but I'm not ever tried one because it said 6 ribbons, and I said I can't do 6 ribbons. So, hence my story of why I've never done a terry bow. I'm thinking. I did. Now, I could have done that one, maybe. I don't know, though. I might not. I'm telling you, Lori, this ribbon just started behaving for me. It was rebellious and was not my friend. We did not have good relations. I know you say that, but I can make a wreath without ribbon. Trust me. Well, actually, when I first started, I didn't realize you were supposed to do the ribbon, you know, and you'll have to because, I don't know. I was talking, Terry Marshall was on Jace's live earlier. And he's like, yeah, I've never made one. She's like, tell me you will. I said, someday I will. I'm waiting for the Christmas season. That's when you make the bows, right? Make the bows at Christmas. I guess I could make one at Halloween. I don't know what kind of, I've got to go look. I did see I had a roll of ribbon with skulls on it the other day, but I don't know that I have much more Halloween. I've got a lot of Halloween mesh. I've picked up a few decorations, but I don't know that I have much ribbon. I thought I bought some at some time, but I have a lot of black and gold, though. I kind of like the black and gold chevron. And then I got some black with gold stars on it, because I thought, well, if I couldn't find brown, I could use that. This wreath looks so full. Lucky me what? No. This is my friend out, and it's funny, Arlene, because she is out actually in New York. Crystal is the one I call my sister. And she actually isn't on Facebook. She gave it up. I yell at her all the time. You need to come back on and help me learn how to run it all the time. No, Laura's my friend in New York. And I do a lot of commenting for her lives. So she's helping me because sometimes you can't keep up with the comments. It hasn't been bad tonight because, you know, but I wouldn't want to be somebody like Lori, and because she gets lots of comments and there is no way I could keep up. All right, are you guys ready? Oh. You don't like that string though. Okay. Now I got it crooked. Look what you did. Alright, I'll scoot it up a little bit. Can you guys see it okay? See, you can't really tell where I put them on. I can't really tell where I put those ribbons on, but that could also just be my seeing too. I want to tell you, Arlene, you got to hear this one. So I only had 3 ribbons. So Laura yelled at me, of course, because I only had 3 ribbons. She said, you got to have at least 4. So I went to Joann's, but all I could find were black with gold stars. And I really didn't want to use that, but I went ahead and picked them up. And I picked up 2 rolls because they were only 9 feet long. And I figured if I was going to use 14 inches, I'd need 2 rolls. Anyway, so I thought, you know, because I had to go over down into Omaha, over to West Roads Mall. So as we come back, I passed 2 Hobby Lobbies. So I told Mike, when we're going down 72nd, let's just jump out of Hobby Lobbies. I'll run in. And I want you to know, Arlene, I went into Hobby Lobby and only picked up 1 roll of ribbon, and it cost me $3.59. I want you to know that. And that was this brown ribbon. And at Joann's, I only spent for the 2 rolls of ribbon and a thing of straight pins so that I didn't have anything to connect my, I would. Do you like that? I got this at Craft Outlet. I thought that would work. I don't know, though. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, does it blend in? But I guess actually that's sort of the purpose of camo, to blend into the background. I don't know. You guys think that looks all right? I'm going to be foo-fooing it forever. Because what I'll do now is, I could not believe that I spent less than $20 in 2 craft stores today. I was like, that is a miracle. I should get like some kind of medal or something. But, oh, now I can put you back on me, I guess. Maybe you don't want to see. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody. So do you think Laura's suggestion was right to put the ribbons on that top there? Do you think that made a difference? You know what's really weird, Laura, talking about pinned comments? Under every comment on my computer, it says pinned comment, pinned comment, pinned comment. I don't know why, except for yours. Oh, no, it does on yours, too. Did you say that again about us being funny? I know you would, but I didn't want it under my cross because I want the cross to be the focal point because I like it. Am I looking at the, you know what? This computer, I started looking over here at my laptop, and this laptop is so behind that it's crazy. I do not know why the laptop's behind. Do you like the extra ribbon? Oh, I could have put it on everything before I put the cross on, but thank you, Judy. I'm glad you were here to see it. I guess maybe I needed to scroll, silly me. I don't know. I never look at the laptop because I always have, it's kind of smaller print, so I always have it on my iPad. You think so? I hope so, because that was my intent for it to, I guess I could pull all these down too. Oh, that one's kind of like, see, ribbon is my enemy. It does exactly what it wants to do. I have no control. I'll get more, I promise, I'll get more into ribbons as I get into the Christmas season. How's that? I think that's an idea. I actually cut quite a bit of mesh. I wasn't sure. I knew there were 18 ties. Oh, and I'm not going to do this now because it's just not a pretty sight, but let me try and just, I will cover the back. I'm trying to figure out where I put my camera. Silly me. I will cover the back of this, although it doesn't look too messy back there. It doesn't look bad at all, really. But what I'll do is I will probably go ahead I mean, you can see it through a little bit. I might not. I don't know. I'll just have to see. Oh, well, thank you, Connie. It's okay. You can. It will be on replay, and I got it all pretty. Although you guys aren't seeing it, you're seeing me. I'll be moving this over to my YouTube in a couple of, Thank you, Arlene. Really? Yeah, I have it on my iPad too. I don't know. You think so? I was just wondering if it shows through. Okay. If it shows. Okay, look. I refuse to take it off of there again. Make my back hurt. Can you see? Do you think it'll look okay with that? Yes, I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'm watching me now. Sorry, somebody sent me a message trying to read it. I'm glad you were able to get on, Arlene, and watch us. See how crazy we really are. Oh, you know what? You learn something every day. Trust me, I do. I do too. It's funny because Laura was saying she was getting booted off, but I think she was getting booted off the laptop. You never watched a live before? Oh, girl. The highlight is you look and you see if you like the live. Here, I'm just going to sit that like that because that's like killing my arm. Anyway, I'll probably put it back on. I do too. I like the ones too. Hi, Patricia. How are you this evening? I know. I'm going to have to look at it. Maybe I'll hang it over on the door because it's kind of tilted on the easel. That makes a difference. Oh, you got the good laptop now. I see. Are you going to get to change forever on that? Get the good laptop forever? Actually, Mike has a better laptop than mine. Well, that, and I just talk consistently, so you don't ever know what you might learn from me. Oh, I've got a story for everything usually. I really do. Hi, Patricia. Patricia, how are you feeling tonight? Everything going well? We just finished up. I'll turn you around a little bit. We just finished up this Army Cross wreath. I'm excited. All right, Catherine, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll get pictures and this will get out there in the world soon. I don't know. It's my project box. I make project boxes. Actually, I have two for this one because when I cut the mesh, like I said, there's 18 ties, so I actually cut 18 pieces of each mesh. Yes, you go pack, and I want to see pictures of the beach. I want to see pictures. Thank you, Patricia. If you don't send pictures, you ought to send me a picture of the outside of Old Time Pottery and everywhere else you go to, just so I can be jealous. But anyway, I think I'm going to get off of here too and go see what's up. I don't think my daughter's home yet. She took my grandson to go look at a night lorry, to go look at swimming lessons. I don't even remember where she said she was going to take him. I took them to the high school and had him learn there. Well, actually, I think I only took him with Jennifer. Sean wouldn't get in the water. We didn't know he had pressure problems in his ears. We didn't know about it. And we didn't figure that out till he was 5. So he didn't ever put anything on his head till he was 5. He wouldn't let us he wouldn't even get in a pool. And then I can't remember Melinda because there's 7 years between Sean and Melinda. And by that time I was old, so I don't remember. You have a great night too, Sherry. I'm going to get off here and say goodbye, see if they're home. Tell Sean. My goodness, that's my son. Tell Michael he can come back down here maybe, and I'll give up my wrestling for him to watch. Thank you, Arlene. And I'm probably, if I can, I think the schedules are going to show up that I can go on Friday nights. It says Lori's Sunday and Wednesday, and I think Laura, are you Tuesday? And are you Tuesday? What days are you, Laura? What days are you live? Thank you, Carol. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate everybody here. I have fun. What days are you live, Laura? Tuesday? Are you live tomorrow? Am I crazy? Night, Carrie. Have a good evening. Night, Patricia. We'll see you later. I'll be here. I was going to try to figure out when Laura's live, but she's not going to tell us. You're welcome. And it will be on YouTube, and then the replay will be here if you want to see us be crazy again. It'll be fun. Tuesday or Thursday. So I'll probably start going live on Mondays and Fridays. Because Sundays, things come on at night that we watch, so that's not good, and I don't want to interrupt anybody's Sunday. So I'll probably, I know, oh, you're going to do Thursday this week? I'll probably do Friday anyway, because I just think I'll just set them for Monday and Friday, and then I know when I have to be here. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate it. Thank you. And also, if you go on our page, you want to like our page and follow us, and then there's a link for how to get notifications for live and a link for YouTube. And I have a website, but I haven't done much with it. Sorry. Hopefully, I've got a bunch to put on Etsy, so hopefully once I get Etsy caught up, I'll be able to get back on the website and do more. But anyway, I'm going to say good night for now. I found my mouse, so that's a good thing, because you can't end a live without a mouse. You just have to sit here for the rest of your life, I guess. But anyway, everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Laura, for moderating for me and helping me out there. And we will see you all Friday night. Have a great one.